All right, now we're going back into the month of Bib, which means to spring up. We're going to get it. Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is Exodus 12:1. It says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months."
Right, so the Lord spake to Aaron and Moses when we came out of Egypt, which was the month of Bib, when he brought us out of Egypt, right? And he said, this right here is going to be to you. To who? It's talking about the children of Israel. It's going to be to them the beginning of month. All right, go ahead. Which is what? The beginning of the year. The new year. Go ahead.
It says, "This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you."
That's just clear, man. Go ahead. That was it.
Oh, no, it just goes into the institution of the Passover.
All right. This is Strong's Hebrew H24. It says,
oh, the word. What word?
Oh, yeah, Khan. This is the word Abib. It says, green, a young ear of grain, fresh, young barley ears, barley, month of ear forming.
Right, and this is not going to happen in winter. Everybody's celebrating everything in winter right now. It's New Year. See that? But that started with who? Julius Caesar. They started that shit in the winter. Alright? Go ahead, brother. They're doing all their wicked pagan holidays and worship in the winter. And commemorating all their pagan Babylonian deities that they covered up with Greek titles. Alright, go ahead, brother. So this is in springtime, not in winter. That's the New Year, it's spring. Go ahead.
Alright. It says, of greening of crop, of growing green, of bill, month of Exodus.
Right, so in this month, it was the month of the Exodus. It's telling you right there. It says Abyab, right? Abyab or Abyabah. Alright, go ahead.
Alright. Month of Exodus and Passover.
So it's the same month for the Passover. Alright, go ahead.
March or April.
What did it say again?
March or April.
So it's in March or April. Around the new moon that lands around that time. Whenever the spring equinox lands in March or in April. After that, the new moon after the spring equinox, that's your beginning of your year. Alright?
And yet, you got 2/3 of our people that sit here and wait for a damn groundhog to tell them when so-called spring hits.
Right. Right, the Bible tells you. Where was that? You had a precept? Oh, go back to Janus.
Alright. So this is back at Janus in the Wikipedia. A little more information on it. It says, it is conventionally thought that the month of January is named for Janus. But according to ancient Roman farmers' almanacs, Juno was the tutelary deity of the month.
Right, so that was the tutelary deity that they considered watching over the changes around this time. Alright, so they basically another pagan demon. You know, I don't know if you want to get that on Juno or not.
Got it.
You got it? Like something information out, you know.
Alright.
You see something. Our main focus is Janus.
Alright, Juno, it says, was a Roman goddess. Hold on.
Female. Alright, they're going back to worshiping Athena and Ishtar, the Queen of Heaven.
Venus and shit.
Venus. You know, all these Diana. That's what all that's representing, man. Alright. So that was it on that. We ain't gotta go no further. Get January again? Janus again?
Alright, come on. So this is back at Janus.
Yeah, skip down, remember that part?
Gone. It says God of beginning, gate, transition, time duality, doorways, passages, and endings.
So that's what y'all honoring on your New Year's, man, in this time period. In December, in January. Alright, go ahead.
Gone. It says Janus presided over the beginning and ending of conflict.
Oh, the beginning and ending of conflict. Right? In these times, it's the beginning of war. You know? Go ahead.
Gone. And it says, and hence war.
And they use January to end what they call the financial year. Alright, go ahead.
Gone. It says, and hence war and peace the gates of a building in Rome named after him, not a temple as it is often called, but an often enclosure with gates at each end.
Right, it just so happened you got Trump trying to build that damn gate, that wall. Go ahead.
Come on.
I was just saying, go ahead, man.
It says, were open in the time of war and closed to the mark of arrival of peace, which did not happen very often.
Right, so basically, in these times, they let everybody celebrate. They even let the slaves run around the street naked, and screaming out, and hooting and hollering. You know, all type of sexual acts. Alright? It was basically like the purge. That way everybody partying and acting crazy in the street. They let the slaves party. But they consider sheep. Alright? And they have what? They said the guards, the judges, and everybody was partying together. And these days, you have everybody partying together on New Year's. Everybody push it to the side. The cops would be like, Happy New Year, man. People that wanted to kill you be like, Happy New Year, man. You know, it's all good, man. Let's put that behind. It's all bullshit, man. It make me sick. They want to throw the fuck up. Alright, go ahead.
It says, as a god of transition.
Yeah, let's skip down, man. You know, this guy is demon of transition. That's what they on. Let's skip down to associated with non-Roman gods.
Scroll down. I got you.
Yep, associated with non-Roman gods.
Alright, it says, Roman and Greek authors maintain Janus was an exclusively Roman god.
Right, so he wasn't. The focus is not that he was a Roman deity. This shit goes all the way back to Babylon and Assyria with Janus. Go ahead. Not even with just Nimrod. Alright, go ahead.
It says this claim is excessive according to R.
Schilling? Yeah, that's an author named R. Schilling. Go ahead.
It says at least as far as
iconography.
Iconography is concerned, a god with two faces appears repeatedly in Sumerian and Babylonian art.
Right. So in Sumerian and Babylonian art, which is Canaanite and Babylonian Assyrian art. Alright, and there you go. You got Juno on there, and here you go over here in the corner. And that's where all your idols come from today. And they got them all together right here. And they said the weaker one was Janus, or this one right here with the two faces. Alright, and that's Assyrian and Babylonian art. That's not even Greek art right there. You see that, man? Alright, so this shit goes way back. Look at that shit. That's crazy, right? Alright, go ahead. Look at that shit, man. It's Assyrian, Babylonian. You keep reading them, brother. I'll show you later.
Come on.
Okay. I'll put it in the chat.
It says the ancient Sumerian deity Isimud was commonly portrayed with two faces.
Yeah, can you read that part a little clearer?
Come on.
That's his real name. That's the demon's real name. Keep going.
It says the ancient Sumerian deity Isimud was commonly portrayed with two faces facing in opposite directions. Sumerian depictions of Isimud are often very similar to the typical portrayals of Janus in ancient Rome art.
All right, can you click on Isimud? And this will be the last one. And just read the first paragraph.
All right. It says, in ancient Sumerian artwork, Isimud is easily identifiable because he is always depicted with two faces facing in opposite directions in a way that is similar to the ancient Roman god.
Right, man.
Janus.
So, period, man. You worshiping manifold demons, legion. All right, you paying honor and homage to manifold demons, man. That shit going way back to Sumerian deities and Babylonian demons.
Ancient demons.
Ancient demons.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, if you give even more, because a lot of you jakes went to church last night. So y'all were giving a joyful noise for them demons.
Right, and the Lord already separated us from them, man, back then, during the times of Canaan. He separated us from these same idols that are still here today in the minds of the people.
Quick precept.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes. Book of Ecclesiastes, what?
Somebody get Ecclesiastes 7 and 4.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 15. That which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been.
Come on with it, man, because you're right. Go ahead, brother.
And the Most High required that which is past. It says, so basically, ain't nothing new underneath the sun, man.
Right, it says, can anything be said that here it is new? All this shit is the same, man. The same shit we fell to then, the people are falling to now. The only new thing is Yahushua. That's it, being renewed in glory unto glory. From Solomon to Yahushua. See that? He's the deliverer now. And us will be refreshed and renewed. The hopeful elect. And that's it. That's the only thing new. It's this new doctrine, this new truth. Yeah, you got it. That was it?
It's Ecclesiastes 7:4.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Yeah, okay. It says, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth.
Right, so the house of mirth, what your churches, your celebrations, you know, riches and wealth and folly, being drunken with new wine, you know, new philosophies. All right, you're in that house of celebration. But the Lord said it's better to enter in the house of mourning. Can you go one more verse? It says, I think it is under that. Okay. Yeah, there you go, there you go.
All right. It's Ecclesiastes 7:2. It says, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting.
Right.
For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart.
Right, man. That's right. Keep going a little bit more.
It says, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better.
Right, all the way to 5. Yeah.
The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of the fools is in the house of mirth.
Right, man. Yep. So the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. And what house is that? King David. The tabernacle of David, that house. Right? You know, the temple. Entering into the temple, not being outside the temple. Right? That's the house of mourning. We're mourning that we lost our king, Yahushua. We're mourning because we missed Yahweh. We're mourning because the head was separated from the body. All right, we're in mourning, man. We're in mourning seeing our people suffering, being wicked. We're in mourning seeing wickedness every goddamn day. We're in mourning because we ain't get our spot in the kingdom yet. Being lifted up. We still worms, man.
So you make a praise.
That's right, man. Make it a praise in the earth.
It says,
It
says, it is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools.
Right, man. It's better to hear what the prophets are teaching you and rebuking you. Right? And the word, when you read it, it rebukes you. It's better to hear that than go to your damn churches and hear the song of fools. Hear your rappers on your radio pushing you to do more wickedness. Right? The song of Esau, telling you lies, that's their song. Right? The song of truth is what we need. The song of Moses. Go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 27.
Right.
And being but one, she can do all things.
Right.
And remaining in herself, she maketh all things new.
Right.
And in all ages entering into holy souls.
That's right.
She maketh them friends of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua and prophets.
This is talking about wisdom, man.
Come on.
All right, go ahead. You have to.
Yeah, and the elder just said the only thing that's going to be made new is Yahushua, man, when he showed up. That's the only new thing that's going to show up.
Right.
But how are you going to be aware of that? Through the wisdom and knowledge and understanding, man.
Right. Yep. And Yahushua and whomever wisdom is given to.
Right.
Yeah, the only one that's going to be renewed. He's going to gather Yahushua. Yahweh's going to gather all things in Yahushua.
Right.
If you're not in Yahushua, meaning in the temple, because he's going to be our temple. When it says in the temple or out of the temple, meaning in Yahushua. All right, because it says he's going to be our temple in the kingdom.
I got it.
And the scripture says you can't put new wine in old vessels.
Right, and what it means, look it. Outside the temple, meaning Yahushua. Outside of Yahushua, meaning you're not his friend. You're his enemy.
Enemy.
Satan. Satan means adversary. A contender against the truth. Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower.
Right, the name of the Lord is a strong tower, man. His name is important, La UIC.
The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
The righteous, the wise are going to run into the truth, run into the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. They're going to call on him in that day and in these days, man. While he's able to be found. All right, the righteous are going to run to that, not into the damn churches.
For real, because what did the scripture say? It said, he shall give his angels charge over thee, lest you dash thy foot upon the stone. You know, you can use that from a spiritual sense also. All right, so your mind won't be caught up into these false philosophies that are out here that are created these stumbling blocks for the simple-minded, man.
Right, keep you from falling.
Keep you from falling.
And then, basically, the things we're going through now, you know what I'm saying, that's just pre-trial of when we hit that climax of Jacob's trouble. All right, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying, 2/3 of you that's trusting in these churches, y'all can see clearly that that's not the house of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. Y'all can see clearly that his spirit don't dwell in there. Why? Because you see all these churches getting shot up, this, that, and the third. So you telling me from your from the stuff you done learned beforehand, when the shit finally hit the fan, hey, I'm finna go run in here. I'm finna go in this house. I'm finna go in the church. Shit, I'm finna go in the church. Ain't nobody finna come in here. So with that being said, man, you know that the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is not dealing with you, man.
And you know he gonna judge them churches because of that.
And man, I made Babakashai.
Call something a safe house beside him.
And man, I made Babakashai. Even the last recent Purge movie. Right? Everybody was in together in the church, and they had the KKK come in there and shoot everybody up in there, man. That's very subliminal, man.
Yeah, if you ever look at the Sistine Chapel over there in Rome, or look at any type of Roman cathedral, all right, if you look out on the outside, they got gargoyles and demonic things hanging around on the outside of these churches, man. They say that's protecting, those spirits protecting the church.
Matter of fact, that is the God of their world's place of rest, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's Esau set up those philosophies, and they set them places up for refuge for y'all, so they can come and get y'all ass, so y'all can think that's y'all gonna be safe there. So when y'all go there, y'all God go come there and deliver y'all ass from this place.
Your pastors, they gonna be gone. You know, that's why they want a jet, you know, a private jet. They gonna flee, just like Esau go flee. You know?
I'm trying to get
of course, Esau might allow, you know, because Esau prideful. So of course Esau might allow one or two of their pastors, you know, to dwell with them in those bunkers, you know, because just as they forefather Cain, you know, was prideful and went amongst the Lord and lied to his face, man, you know. Like as they say in the world today, you know, I'm not racist. You know, I got black friends. Okay, they're gonna try to exonerate themselves by clinging on to these pastors who did wicked deeds among you.
And when you go into that word black, the definition of it means wicked. When you go in the online etymology of dictionary online, and you go deeper into it, it's gonna say wicked, man. So yeah, they have wicked friends, man.
Right,
that's what Esau gonna say.
Yeah, what did Eminem say, man? Some rappers, they're gonna, you know, they're looking for a spot. What was that movie, man? It was a movie where you had to have a ticket to be saved from the destruction that was coming.
2012.
2012.
Oh yeah.
That's what they on.
They get on that ship.
You know, even all the rich people wasn't even rich enough to buy a ticket. You know what I'm saying? All the basketball players, rappers. You know what I'm saying? It was basically predominantly like all the billionaires. All the people that had some type of sort of value to the government.
That sold out. We talk about the movie 2012. I might have to watch that later too. You know, and they basically building their own version of salvation.
Yeah, they had arcs.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
They called them arcs.
They had
too.
arcs on that movie.
Yeah, they had 4 ships and they called them the arcs.
And also something that they was doing is they were saving cures and they were saving diseases. They were saving AIDS. They were saving syphilis. They was storing up all these diseases.
Hey, just in case one of you little nigglets was able to escape, they were trying to repopulate. They were trying to keep that cure just in case to kill your asses off again.
He's man. Esau the devil. I got 2 scriptures. Go back into
Let's run these and then I'm gonna shut it down.
This is James chapter 4, verse 4.
Yeah, right next to it.
Ye adulterers and adulteress, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai.
Right? Did you not get it? He said, yo, if you friends with the world, following after the ways of the world, the celebrations, holidays of the world, customs of the world, then you're Satan. Alright? You're an adversary to the Spirit of the Lord, the Spirit of truth, man. You know? Go ahead.
This is Isaiah. This is my other scripture.
Alright, come on.
This is Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, keep not silence.
Right. And we make mention of the Lord day and night. When we teaching day and night, different brothers in different cities, and also on the internet. The internet goes what? Day and night. Alright, go ahead.
And give him no rest until he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
And that's what we aim to be, a praise in the earth, man. And they give him no rest.
God.
So we're supposed to be in mourning and prayer until the Lord makes us a praise in the earth. You got something to say? I think I forgot my point from earlier with that. That was it? You got something to say?
Yeah, Khan. You can read that last part. Well, actually, I got it. You know what I'm saying? It say, those that make mention of the Lord, keep not that silence, man. You know what I'm saying? That key word, those that make mention. All right, you know what I'm saying? Predominantly, you got those men that out here, that the ones that exalt the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. All right, to the utmost fullest. All right, that's why you got to establish him first. Because without him, we can't do it without him, man. All right, but you got plenty of counts that out here don't even acknowledge the workmaster, man.
Right.
All right, so that's why those that make mention of the Lord, it says keep not thy silence, because those are the ones that are pushing for these prophecies, man, teaching these prophets, all right, until they come to pass.
All right, man. So we're going to end it on that, man, you know, with edification with the topic dealing with January, Janus, you know, Islam Bib, whatever the fuck his deity name is. All that bullshit, man. We're going to put it in all that gumbo in the toilet and flush it down the toilet like it's supposed to be. Shit.
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it, man. You know, and this is not the new year. The new year starts in spring. So with that, we're going to say, Kal, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha, Rakah, Fadas, Mama, double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. And Shalom to you Akim and Akwatim and children that still believe and that make mention of the Lord around the four corners of the earth.